Was it Meghan who ultimately intervened and cost Piers his job?
I don't think it was, actually. The process of events was you had the interview playing out in the US, then you had Piers, that was on Sunday night UK time. Monday morning, Piers goes on air, absolute tirade against the Duchess. You'll remember from your time here, Peter, that he's very outspoken, and his most recent campaign has really very much been focused on Meghan. After that, you had tens of thousands of complaints to the regulator, the broadcasting regulator, Ofcom. Then he has a meeting with the chief executive of ITV, and he resigns. And the feeling is that he was asked to apologise for his words, and he refused to do that, so he decided to resign instead. And then this morning we had confirmed that she made a complaint, but it was directly to ITV. It wasn't to Ofcom, and it wasn't a complaint about how he treats her. That she's pretty used to that, I think. It was more about the idea that he accused her of lying, that she made up the fact that she was suicidal. And her view, I think, is that that is damaging for other people, and the sort of how seriously people take mental health issues in this country. So that's where she's intervening, and that's where she wants them to hold up the complaint.
OK. Any more word from Buckingham Palace or any of the senior royals today about the interview, Max?
No, so they're completely pulled back from that. And in the statement which you were covering, you'll notice the language about this is a private family matter. That was the Queen saying that. She's asked everyone to sort of pull back and take it offline, basically. And I think that was a message for the Sussexes, and the ball is in their court, really. The royal family want to deal with the issues here, but they want to do it privately, as any family probably should, rather than on TV. If the Sussexes respond to that, I think that they can resolve those family issues, and then they can resolve the bigger issues, which are, the fact that the monarchy's been accused of racism and a lack of duty of care of a vulnerable woman. And these are important issues because they campaign on these issues, obviously, publicly, and they could be accused of hypocrisy. So that's going to be the next stage here. But certainly, I'm sure you've got a similar story in Australia. It's become very divisive here in the United Kingdom. And the monarchy is meant to be there for stability and continuity. And there's a problem there. But, the Queen's always survived these things in the past, hasn't she?
Sure, yeah, she sure has. And I guess that guessing game, though, Max, is only going to continue about who might have said those comments about Archie.
Yeah, and there's, a different view, isn't there, on that conversation. Harry gave his view in that Oprah interview. The Queen said there's a different conception of what was in that discussion about Archie's skin colour. So, I don't think we'll ever find out who it was unless there's a leak at some point, and no one's leaking at all at the moment. It's extraordinary. We normally get briefings all the time from the palace. Nothing at all. They've gone completely quiet on this. They've accepted there's a race issue. They're going to be looking at it, but they also contest quite a few of the things that the couple said during the interview, and they really want it just to quieten down. They probably prefer, Peter, that we weren't talking about it at all, but,
yeah, good.
We need to.